Perfected praise. Learning from the children, Matthew 21:14-17 KJV. In the temple courts, after cleansing it of corruption, Jesus immediately showed compassion. The blind and the lame came to him and he healed them. Verse 14. What a contrast. While the religious leaders had turned the temple into a marketplace, Jesus restored it to a place of mercy and healing. As this happened, children lifted their voices and cried out, Hosanna to the Son of David. Verse 15. They recognized him as the promised Messiah, the one worthy of praise. Yet the chief priests and scribes, instead of rejoicing, grew angry. Their hearts were hardened by pride and jealousy. They asked Jesus if he heard what these children were saying, as if such praise were inappropriate. But Jesus replied with words that cut to the heart. Yea, have ye never read, out of the mouth of babes and sucklings thou hast perfected praise? Writer 16. He quoted Psalm 8-2, showing that God ordains praise from the lips of children, the weak and the lowly. In other words, pure praise does not come from ritual, position, or eloquence. It comes from sincerity and innocence. This passage teaches us something vital about worship. The children were not trained theologians, nor were they leaders in the temple. They simply saw Jesus for who he was and could not help but shout his praise. Their voices were not polished, but they were pure. Jesus calls this perfected praise. How often do we complicate worship? Adults may worry about form, style, or tradition. Some even fear what others might think if they lift their hands, sing loudly, or shout with joy. But a child has no such filter. A child will sing off-key, clap out of rhythm, and yet do it with all their heart. That is the kind of praise that delights the Lord. Our worship should reflect this childlike innocence. It is not about performance, but about pouring out genuine love to God. Whether in song, prayer, or thanksgiving, the heart behind it matters most. Jesus reminds us here that the simplest voice of a child may carry more weight in heaven than the most polished words of the proud. Let us then learn from the children in the temple. Let our praise be unashamed, honest, and filled with childlike wonder. For in such praise God is glorified, and his Son is exalted.